Okay, this course is called Principle of Accounting First Part. For those of you who's going to continue with accounting, or those of you who is a requirement, you're going to experience the Principles of Accounting second part. That's also interesting. It's very interesting course. I know it's basic course. I know for some of you, probably you're totally scared of accounting. Don't be scared. It's just, trust me, it's no different than any other courses. It's just your brain make it difficult. I would tell you that for me, it's more difficult now to start working again rather than take another accounting course. That's if I have to compare it, which one is more difficult? More difficult for me is now mentally to fight with myself that this leg is kind of getting okay and now I can start walking rather than taking another accounting course. So that being said, let me show you where you can find the course. So my name is Ivan Chenkov. I'll be instructor of for this course. And again, the course is Principal Accounting First Part. Where you can find the course, you can find it the course and the course shell on Blackboard. Where on Blackboard, once you open your courses, you're going to see your particular course, which is Principal Accounting First Part. And that will be right here. You are section 003. Dealing with you guys, you're the first one, you're on Monday. So once you open the course, you're going to see Principles of Accounting 1110-003. Then you're going to see Anna Kendrick and Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck doing accounting or analytics, accounting analytics on the window from the movie The Accountant First Part. Now there's a second. What else you can see? You can see here the content, the course content. In the course content, you're going to have course materials, course content, quizzes, and Zoom link. On Zoom link, you have two options. Once you click here, you're going to see the something like this with the explanation and the link and the passcode. That will be the hard way to come to this meeting. The other one is just click here and make sure you copy the passcode and just enter it and you are in the meeting room. Now, the recording is going to come here. And here I'm going to open a new section, which will going to be a folder, and it's going to be that will be visible to you, and it's going to call recordings, and those recordings will be available for you once we finish. Once I close the Zoom, automatically the recording will be compressed in the file, and I'm going to post access to those files here under recordings. That's where you can find the recordings later. Now, as you can see, these Zoom meetings is applicable to all the three sections that I'm teaching this semester. Section 003, 004, 005. Where you can see those sections, you can simply see those sections once you go to the Douglas website. If you go to the Douglas website and if you check here, there's a program and courses. If you go to the section courses, and if you go to scroll down to accounting, once you click on the accounting under commerce and business administration, the very first course is the Principles of Accounting. That's the course that you're taking this semester with me. Once you click here, you're going to see the course overview, requisites, course guidelines, course transfer, and the last one is the course offering. So once you click on the course offerings, you're going to see the course, and you're going to see which day I'm teaching this course. So I'm teaching this course on Monday. You guys are on Monday here today. Monday. Then I'm teaching this course on Tuesday, tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm teaching it from 12:30 to 3:20. And the next time that I'm teaching this course is on Friday. Friday is from 12:30 to 3:20 again. So you can attend any of those lectures. If for some reason something happened, and there always something happens, if for some reason if something happened and you cannot attend your particular section where your course is delivered, you can attend the other lectures. In the beginning, again, the first 2 weeks, this week and next week, I'll stay online. So if you miss this online lecture, you can jump on the other. That's why the link is the same. I haven't changed the link. So as you can see, the Zoom link is exactly the same. It shows the whole 3 sections. So if you, after today, if you have problem with understanding, actually with the other lecture, with the other courses, with the other sections, now I'm moving to the second chapter with you're the last one for the first chapter due to the start of the semester. But the other courses are also here, and you can have access to the other courses from here. That's with the Zoom link and the Zoom access. Now let's go over to course materials and see what they have prepared for you for this semester. For this semester, first thing that you're going to see, the first on the list is the course outline. On the course outline, once you click on the course outline, something like this is going to come, and it's going to tell you a little bit more about the course. Again, the principles of accounting, sections 3, that's your section. That's my email address. That's where the lecture is going to be every Monday from 3:30 to 6:20. Once we move to the classroom, we'll be in the classroom 4323. Let me double check on this classroom, but I think that's the classroom. It's 4308. So I have to change that number. 4308 is listed here. So we have to change that classroom, and I'll change it 4308. No, that's my room. That's where you can find me. Our room is for the lecture is Monday 3:30 for 4308. That's the room that we're going to have the lecture. This is actually my room 2323. If you want to find me for my office hours, obviously right now you won't be able to find me there. But once I move to the classroom and once we're there, you can find me in this room 4323. That's on the same floor, on the 4th floor, just across the business and commerce administration section. At the end of the corridor, before you turn right, the last room. You can see Kobe Bryant on the window sitting. Now, next thing that I want you to know is the course material that is required for this course. For this course, you need to have access to this. Pearson is the publisher. That's the textbook is called Homegrown Accounting, Volume 1, 12th edition. I want you to have access to the 12th edition. Now, on the 12th edition, I want you to have access to my lab. And my lab is the crucial part because your assignments, your midterm, and your final exams will be on my lab. They're not going to be anywhere else, not on Blackboard, on my lab. So that's why you need this registration for my lab. In a few minutes, I'll tell you how to get that registration. For the remaining requirements, you need a calculator. Now, if you're not planning to continue with accounting, you don't need to go with this BA2 plus calculator. But if you continue to go with the accounting, you might have to consider getting one of those BA2 plus calculator because that calculator has a time value of the money. Now, if you go to CPA exam, you don't have to worry because on the CPA exam, we're providing the calculators. So you don't have to worry about the calculators for the CPA exam. That's that. For the classroom, you can use any calculator, preferably not. I don't want you to use your cell phone as a calculator because switching from a cell phone to a calculator, you may delete some app and make some mess on your cell phone. So for that reason, I prefer you to use actual calculator rather than use cell phone to use it as a calculator. The next thing that it's on the outline is the course description, which course description is exactly the same, which is listed on Douglas website. Then you're going to see the course objectives, course content, method of instructions, which again, all those things are listed on the Douglas College website. Everything is public. There's nothing hidden here. Now, on the means of assessment, what you're going to have these online assignments, only online assignments, which online assignments for, again, you need access to the Pearson, I'll show you in a second, which is called My Lab, My Accounting Lab. And those assignments going to worth 15% of your final marks. Then you're going to have this tests. I'm not running second midterm exam, so there will be only one midterm exam, but then you're going to have tests, which tests are combined 4 by 4. So in total, you're going to have 8 tests. 4 tests, 4 quizzes in Blackboard. As you already saw the quizzes in Blackboard, I'll show you again in a few minutes. And there will be in-class tests as well, which are 4 in total. Those tests we're going to form 25% of your final marks. Then you're going to have a midterm exam, 25%, and the final exam, which is cumulative, is 35%. And that's all that you're going to have. Now, there's an explanation about the quizzes, assignments, and exams. The grading policy, you have the grading policy. As long as you reach 90%, you are in the schedule to get A+. Now, the end of the semester, if you see your grade is 89, 93, you don't have to send me email to tell me, hey, teacher, can I have 0.17 so I can move to A to A+. That's automatically given every time when you're above 89.5%. I'm just automatically move it up. That's not going to happen on Blackboard though. Now the Blackboard is you also will be able to see your marks, but again, Blackboard is not official. It's like a guidance to tell you where you are, but it's not official. The instructors or the teachers always have rights to give you the marks that he thinks you deserve at the end of the semester. So that's with the marks and the grading system. Now let's move to the course delivery, which is outlined in here on the course schedule. And this schedule on this section, that's my plan. So my plan is, even though next Monday is start holiday, I was still gonna do the lecture. I'm sorry for this, but this semester for you is a little bit tricky because first the semester starts on Tuesday, not on Monday. So you're missing the first day on the first week of the semester. You're losing 1 week. Then we have start holiday on the second week, which is the third week for everybody else. For you, going to be second week. We have a start holiday, which start holiday, that means we're not supposed to have class. Then we're moving forward and we're going to the end of the semester, which another Monday is lost because another start holiday. So technically we're losing 3 weeks with this section. So for that reason, I'm trying to minimize the losses so you can be more valuable, all the course and everything that you pay for to be more valuable for you. Next week, we're gonna have online lecture again, same time on Monday at 3:30. Now, is that going to be mandatory for you to attend? No, it's not going to be mandatory. Whoever wants to drop next Monday, please feel free to come. If you decide, if you are so busy with your long weekend and you have some other things scheduled for the long weekend, that's totally okay. There will be a recording waiting for you. The only thing that I want you to do is to watch that recording. Now, as you can see, my schedule is you to have your first in-class test on May 26th. But because we're going to have today lecture, today is our first lecture. Next time we're going to have lecture, which will not going to be mandatory, and it's going to be a recording available. So for that reason, I'm going to push this test, the first test, in-class test, to June 2nd. I hope that's okay with you. Because I want we to have one more lecture at the 26th. Probably we're going to be in class. I'm going to tell you next week where exactly it's going to be. But on 26th, I'm planning to be back in class. So that test, which is in-class test, I'm going to push it to June 2nd. And then we're going to have the, then we're going to continue, and then on the June 16, which is Monday, I want to give you the second test in class. At the same time, we to do the midterm exam preparation, and then you to do your midterm. Now, for the midterm, it's not going to be in class. Midterm exam is not going to be in class. Midterm exam is going to be online. And it's not going to be available for you only one day. It's going to be available for you for a period of time. But I'm going to tell you more when we see each other in the classroom, how exactly the midterm is going to be and how exactly the thing's going to go with the midterm. So we have to cover a little bit more materials in order you to have good success on the midterm. And at the same time, up to the midterm, we have to do 2 in-class tests. And up to midterm, you have to do 1, 2, 3, 4 assignments, which on chapter 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And the midterm is going to test you on chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chapter 5 is not covered on the midterm, only 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to move to the second part of the course, which cover the rest of the chapters, chapter 6, 7, 8, and 9. But I'm going to show you in a second how exactly those chapters going. And once I show you the registration for the MyLab. Any questions so far? Anything that you want to ask me at this point about the course outline, course delivery, anything like that? Is everything clear?
Sorry, I just had one question.
Yes.
For the first test, the first
in-class test?
The first one, yeah, the in-class. That's going to be in class, not online.
Yes, it's going to be in class.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Just a second. I'll show you. I'll show you just in a second. Once we start going over the materials, I'm going to show you exactly which one, when it's going to be, and how it's going to be.
For sure. Thank you.
Any other questions, guys? Okay, if there's no other questions on this, then I can move to the next part. And the next part will be just a second. I want to make some changes here. That will be second, and that will be 0 second. June. I'm just going to change the in-class test
I have
date.
one question.
Yes.
Um, oh, never mind. Never mind. I was going to ask about the location of the office hours.
The office hours on the very top. If you go on the very top, let me show you here. If you scroll up on the very top, let me
Yeah.
see what you see. If you scroll at the very top, so those are my office hours, regular office hours that's gonna be, and this is my room 4323.
Okay.
So that's with
Mhm.
this one. Now let's go with the course outline. Now the next thing that comes is the registration for my lab, my accounting lab. So you can have access to my accounting lab. There are two ways to register. First one is from here. Once you go here, you're going to see this registration link. When you click on the registration link, the new screen is going to pop up. Now on the new screen, you have to create accounts because most likely for some of you, this will be like a first semester. For how many of you, this is your first semester? And this probably does not will be the first lecture because since we're in the second week now. But for how many of you this is a first semester in college? Is there anyone? But anyway, okay. So welcome. Don't be scared. It's just okay. Two people. Don't be scared. Just enjoy it. Try to enjoy it. And in the very beginning, probably it's all the information coming from everywhere. You're just overwhelmed. Don't be. Everything's gonna come to the right places. Just give yourself a time. You're gonna adjust and everything will be fine. So what I want you to do is create yourself account. Once you create yourself account, for this account that you're creating, since it's the third-party software, I would suggest you to use your personal some personal account, not anything related to Douglas College, because if something happened and you want to use this account further in your life, you to have access to it. Um, so once you create the account, once you sign in, it's gonna bring you to screen that shows you this. Now, this is what I want you to see is your course and the section that you are. Course is 1110 in the section 003, summer 2025. That means you're in the right place. So once you see this, you're going to have two options here. Either you can purchase the access code from the bookstore if you already have purchased one. I already saw that a few people are registered in the course already. Or you can get the access directly from here. If you purchase it from here, it's going to be $99.99 before taxes, so there will be taxes on top of that. But from here, you can purchase the MyLab plus the online access to the textbook. Now, do you need online access to the textbook if you're not particularly in the accounting concentration? It's going to be personal choice. So you might be successful without using the textbook, but using the textbook always helps. That's what I found with the students. The textbook here is online. It's not a paper copy. There's no hard copy. There's nothing for you to carry. Everything is online again, but the most important thing is you to have access to MyLab accounting, either with textbook, either without textbook, whatever options you decide. So that will be one option to register. The other option to register is to directly click on the link. Once you click directly on the link, directly is going to bring you here. So I make it like a little bit more easy for you, convenient for you. The next thing is the due dates on the Pearson or in MyLab. The first due date for you will be May 22nd. Now today is already 12th, so you're going to have 10 days to complete your first assignment on the chapter 1, and then keep going with the due dates. So you're going to see, I'll show you the due dates again on the Pearson when we go to the Pearson. The next document, the last document here posted is for the tests that we're going to do in class and in online quizzes. So again, these documents are split by 2 parts. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to replace it. Just give me a second. I want to replace this document before you start downloading it, because I just changed the due date for the first assignment. It's not going to be okay. So boom, and the new document comes. So the first thing is first you're going to have Blackboard quizzes. Blackboard quizzes, they have a due date. They're already open, but they have a due date. Then you're going to have, there will be 4 quizzes on Blackboard. Each quiz contains 10 multiple choice questions, only multiple choice questions. And since most of the quizzes cover 2 chapters, the combination of the question will be 5 questions from first chapter, 5 questions for the second chapter, 5 questions for first chapter, 5 questions for the second chapter, and that's the way. Only in the last one you're going to have a different combination of the questions, but the total will be still going to be 10. Each quiz is going to give you 3.25, which all combined is going to end up with 13% of your final marks. The quizzes, again, are online. You don't have to take it in class. You can take it anytime you want. There's a time limit, 60 minutes for each of the quizzes. So once you start the quiz, you have to finish it. That will be one. The second portion is the quizzes, the tests that we're going to do in class. Those are 4 tests, again, on each chapter. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There's no tests in class on chapter 9. Now, with those tests, each test worth 3%, and it in total 12%. As I said, I already changed the first date on June 2nd, and probably I have to change the second one instead of June 9 to be one day, to push it one week later. And that's with the due dates. Again, the due dates, as you can see, are flexible based on the lectures, based how you're responding on the material. We can make adjustments on the date that we're going to do the in-class tests, but everything else is going to stay the same. So now, once you have this, the course material, let's see what you have on the course content. Course content is structured by chapters. Under each chapter, you have folder for each chapter. Under each chapter, you're going to see slides from the current edition, slides were used before, solution at the end of the chapter questions, that's for the Pearson textbook, and cases for practice. We're going to practice today. We're going to go over one of the cases. Every time when you click on those one, you're going to see different kind of documents inside. Most of the documents will be printed in class, and I'm going to give it to you in class. The only reason that I'm not giving you anything right now is because we're not in class. But we're still going to go over those documents, so you can feel comfortable with the material. So again, we're going to cover those 4 chapters before the midterm. Then you already have here midterm questions to practice. If you want to see what's going to be on the midterm, you can just click on the questions and see what we have to do. Then we're going to cover the chapter 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then it will be the final exam preparation. Even the question for the final exam are available for you. That's the course content, again, by week, by chapters, and by section for the midterm and final exam. The last section here that I haven't covered yet is the quizzes. In this section, you're going to see the quizzes that you have to do during the semester. And the quizzes due date are already posted for you. I'll try to stick with those due dates and see how it goes. Maybe for you, I'm going to extend the due date with 1 week for the for the first 2 quizzes. Just to have you to have a little bit more time. But I want to see how you're doing, how you're responding to material, and then I'll decide what to do exactly with the quizzes. So the quizzes, once you click on the quiz, you can start the quiz. Now I'm not suggesting you to start the quiz right now, but every quiz has 10 questions, and every quiz has a limit of 60 minutes. So once you jump in the quiz, you have to finish it with this 60 minutes. Again, those are available. The first 2 tests are available, quizzes are available, but you have only 1 attempt. And then you have the other 2 quizzes, which are probably not available. You cannot see them right now because they're not available. During the semester, they become available, and then you can attempt those 2 quizzes. That's with the course material, course content quizzes. The last thing that I wanted to show you is the Pearson registration. Let me see if you see my screen. Yes, you see my screen. Let me go here on the Pearson registration. If we click on the Pearson registration, let me log into my Pearson account, and I'm going to show you where the course is. Obviously, on your screen will be way more simple than this. I already have 8 students who are assigned. 3 are with the temporary account. So this is your section. Once you click on your section and once you go to the assignments, you're gonna see the assignments which are available for you right now. You're gonna see assignment for chapter 1, chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Again, I'll try to stick with those due dates, try to keep up with the due dates. The first due date is May 22nd, so I need your registration, because if you don't have registration for this MyLab accounting, you won't be able to do your assignments. The other thing that you're gonna have available here is your textbook. So the textbook is gonna look like this. If you click here, you're gonna see the e-textbook. It just takes time because it's a big, ginormous document to upload on the screen. It's coming slowly. It's almost there. Here we go, that's the textbook. And on the side, you're gonna have a table of content. If you click on the table of content, you're gonna see the chapters that are available here. You're gonna have access to chapter 1 to all the way to chapter 10. For this course, we're not doing chapter 10. We are only to chapter 9. So now on the course material that I show you there's answers of the questions, answers for the solution problems, solutions for the cases. Those questions that you can see at the end of the chapter questions, you can see it over here. Once you click on the assignment material, and you're going to start seeing questions. And so the answers for those questions after every chapter, you're going to find it on Blackboard. So if you decide to do any of those questions, which I strongly suggest you to do it, you can have the answers. You already have the answers posted for you on Blackboard. So you're not gonna stay in the dark and wondering, am I getting the right answers or not? You can easily check yourself and see your progress and work with your study and new knowledge. Okay, that's pretty much for me. Any questions at this point? Now I'm waiting for you to ask me questions. Anything that you want to ask me before we start with the first lecture, actual lecture?
I have one question.
Yes.
As you said before that our in-class test will be changed, right? So there will be any change in the chapters or like it's
Sorry,
one or two?
sorry, say that again.
As you said that our in-class test is changed in June 2, right?
Yes.
So the chapter is remaining the same or it will get any change?
No. The chapter is going to be stay the same. Chapter 1 and 2. Chapter 1
Okay.
and 2, and even better. I'm going to tell you exactly what kind of questions you should expect on the test.
Sure. Thank you so much.
There's nothing hidden here. I'm trying to communicate everything. If you pay attention, if you listen to me, you'll be fine. You know exactly what's going to happen on the tests. We're going to do some
Well, I have a
practice.
similar
Yes.
question.
Sorry?
I have a similar question
No.
that you answered.
Because if I give you a similar question, basically, I'm setting you up for failure. So,
No, I'm fine
for
with that.
example, I'll give you a simple example. If before you go to work, obviously you want to see what will be the working environment. Would you be asking for they to give you a similar working environment so you can practice before you go to work? That will not be impossible, right? So, but for the exam, we're gonna work on the questions which are similar to the exam questions. Or for the tests in class, I'm gonna try to give you something as close as possible, so there will be no surprises. But the same questions or exactly the same similar questions. Usually for the tests, I want you to not to memorize questions, and after that show me how good you are memorization, rather than to you to think and you to solve the problems. I want to encourage problem solving rather than memorization. You let me know if that's okay with you.
Yes. Will the concepts be the same
Yes,
as?
absolutely. Concept's not going to change. There's no
Okay.
change in the concepts. But again, I don't want memorization. I never like, even when I was student, I never liked to memorize. I prefer to think. And I want you to think too. When you see the question, to think what I know, what I don't know, what I can solve, what I cannot solve. If I cannot solve it, what else I can do? And I show you shortcuts, and I show you other tricks that you can use. But as long as you stay with me in the class and in the lectures, you won't have problems. I can guarantee you that. At the end of the day, it's a basic accounting, people. The whole point is you to get an idea of the accounting and to use it eventually in your personal life, and you to understand what's this about and what's the practical application. The point is not to make your life easier, difficult, and to wonder why I'm taking this course. Any other questions? I think there's some questions. What type of questions will be in the class and the midterm? There will be no on the test in class. There will be no multiple choice questions. For the multiple choice questions, we have a quizzes in Blackboard. So the questions in class will be more like for thinking, for practicing, for applying your knowledge. The question is going to ask for application. That's the idea with the questions that's going to stay in class. And I'll show you, and once we get together, and once we comes to the point, I'll show you exactly what I will want from you, how do I want it, and what you have to do. Okay, any other questions?